Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Going pretty good. Just grinding. Oh. Getting really good XP out here, though. Yeah. You haven't really seen much of it? I'm surprised. I figured pretty much everybody from that played EQ had probably heard of it, but no, it really is EQ built in Unity and some new, there's some variations and stuff, but the whole time you're playing, you'll be like, oh, that's from EQ. Oh, that's from EQ. Which they're open about it. That's what they're trying to do. First look, right on. Yeah, if you like classic EQ though, it's definitely that. You're right in the nostalgia. Yeah, they're running a lottery for it, so you can opt into the tests, and you can also opt into a separate PvP server test, which is the PvP server is a lot better odds. That's what we're on right now. But of course, it's open PvP. Or open within a level range. 4 up and 4 down. But one good thing that they did was they made it to where looks like an enchanter over there, or a bard. They were in range of us. But yeah, the PvP server has a lot better odds because most of the player base is very much against PvP. And I actually think the devs are too, to be honest. Pretty sure they got rid of the only dude on the dev team that was like into PvP. Sure, I still have C and Viz on. Another in-range player, looks like a Shadow Knight, maybe. I think I saw a little Necro pet. Or a SK pet. I think he's probably like 6 or 7 though, where he's at. Looks like he's trying to kill the little baby crocs. He's almost dead already. Not dying. But yeah, it's coming along pretty well. Just in case Turtle will die, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, they're running the lottery to get in the beta once a week. They usually do it on Friday. I'm not gonna lie to you though, the odds for the PvE server, not good. They've been doing like 200 to 400 people a week, 200 to 400 keys a week, and what am I doing? Yeah, I was saying, if you really want to play, I would do, I would opt into the PvP server. The odds are far better. And opting into PvP doesn't remove you, even if you get a PvP key, it doesn't remove you from the pool for the PvE server. Because like I said, that on the PvE side of things, they are doing like 200 to 400 beta keys a week, and there's like over 20 to 25,000 applicants, so not the best odds. Actually, he should be good. He's got invis and shit now. Oh, he's got an instant cast invis. That's cool. Yeah, that's what Apham is. The little goblin guy. He's a ranger. They have rangers and they have archers, and then they have beasts lord, beast masters, whatever they're called. Beast lord from EverQuest, pretty much. And they are good here. They're not fucking pointless. Hybrids, dude, yeah. That's actually one thing I was talking about earlier. Looking at the wiki, so I've only played the Spellblade, which is a warrior and a wizard mix, and or more like a rogue and a wizard mix, honestly. But I'm worried that they're doing the classic EQ thing of, because it's a hybrid, because they're two classes, they can't be as good at the whatever job as the pure class, right? So like the paladin can't be as good of a healer as a cleric, and it can't be as good of a tank as a warrior. I'm not sure that's where they're going with it, but looking at like the wiki and looking at the hybrids like spells and stuff, it looks like they're doing the same thing of like, you know, the paladin just gets cleric spells from 20 levels before or whatever. Or he just gets them 20 levels late, I should say. I hope they kind of change from that, because that, I mean, we saw how that played out. In EQ, it's just like you just didn't bring hybrids. I think the Ranger invis comes off when you zone. Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, it is. I don't mean to sound overly negative. That's more of my concern. Uh, so far, it seems like they're keeping what is important, but they're adding and updating stuff like giving melees an attack ability. You know, not just auto attack. So you got little things like that they're adding, but they're not straying too far from just classic QQ, which is cool. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I my whole time on Red 99, I was a paladin as a main, and then I had a Shadow Knight alt that was. I think I only ever got him to like 40 something. But I had a 60 paladin. I had a warrior that I got to like 54. I had a shaman that I got to 56, I think. So, but mainly I was a paladin. It was just a bummer when I got to raiding in Velius, and literally the only job I had was there was one buff that paladins get, uh, divine strength, which is just like a health buff that stacks with all the other health buffs. So that was like my only reason for being there, was that I casted that buff once an hour. I was basically in the same loot priority as like the alts, you know. It was shitty. I don't know why people like whenever you're in Viz, people want to hail you. It's like I get you can see me, dude. I know that people have C in Viz. I have it on now too. Oh, dude, there's corpse runs. You dispense a buff once per hour. No, that's literally what I was told. I did save the raid on at least 3 or 4 different occasions though with Lay of Hands, because at that point in EverQuest, I'm not sure what expansions you were most in on, but at that point it was all about the complete heal rotation, and we had a few times where the tank, I guess, just took more damage than they were anticipating, and the next complete. Oh, what the fuck! Pressed the wrong button. I just gated back. God damn it. Yeah, the next complete heal was like 3 or 4 seconds out, and so I lay of hands and saved him. That happened a couple times. So I had some moments, but I just do hope they find a way to make the hybrids worth bringing, like, and not just for some little token ability that you give them, make them actually be able to perform a role. But so far, it doesn't seem that bad. But I haven't, as far as like pure classes just being better at their job than hybrids. So I might be worrying over nothing. Yeah, well, it's that. What the fuck, dude? wonder if it has to do. There's a bug where sometimes when you zone, it'll look like you're not in the group anymore. I wonder if it has to do with taking viz off, see if that fixes it. Yeah, see, you can't talk in party when it does that. Got it to 54, nice. Wait a minute, on Ambershire? Jeez. Weren't you level 18 like day before yesterday? About a week and a half ago. You're not. Wait, what's your Pally's name? Oh, okay. I was. Never mind. I was mixing you up with somebody else. That's my fault. Yeah, there was another. Not very inventive on name. There was another person who I talked to in stream, and then they ended up making a character on Ambershire, and they made a paladin also, and they were. I just sent them stuff. I just like crafted and mailed them some stuff. I think day before yesterday, and they were like level 15 or 16. So I was mixing them up. I was like, good. I was like, did we? And you said a week and a half ago. I was like, did I just get like drugged and I was in a coma for a week and I don't know about it? But that's what I was thinking. Like then you said a week and a half ago, and I was like, what? Started getting unsure. I started questioning everything. So I gotta fix this party bug. I'm gonna use the bathroom while I do that. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. It's always a good idea if you're going to be AFK at all to camp if you're on the PvP server, because there are always people that are waiting to see someone go AFK. Give me 1 minute. It's going pretty good. Slow and steady. Oh, I was getting ready to poison him. Doing battle with some stink bugs while I play. I don't know where they're coming from, dude. Explodes. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Whole lot better once you hit level 8. Before that, it's a little bit dicey, but feels a lot better now. To 11. Okay, yeah, so during the open test, I was playing Spellblade. Which I like the idea of, but I feel like it was kind of underwhelming. Especially the spell portion. The melee was fine, but I was level 13, and my nuke, my actual casted nuke, was this nuke right here, Flame Burst, which the Shaman gets at level 1. It's just, yeah, like, I think overall, if you were, like, measuring the DPS and stuff, I think it would be fine. But the whole spell portion feels like it's a waste of time to even do it, you know? Like, taking a second and a half or whatever to cast, which... you just forget to do it, because it's like, why... You know, why am I gonna sit here and go out of my way to cast a spell that's doing like 6 damage or whatever? Yeah, you see, like that was my big nuke on my Spellblade. And you can see his health bar. It barely moves. There we go. Yeah, I mean, they do have that. Personally, so what I was wanting out of the class is probably not what they were going for. Because like I've said before, I think that when I was getting into it, I was, I'm gonna hit that. Oh, okay. And rebuff them with some stuff. But I think what I was wanting out of the class is probably not what they were planning on doing with it. Me personally, I was really hoping it was going to be similar to like a fighter mage multi-class from D&D or something. But I think the closest thing I could... The closest thing I can think of to it would be like an Arcanist from Pathfinder, where everything is through your weapons, you know, like you're charging a spell on your weapon and then hitting, and that causes whatever effect to happen. So I think that's kind of more where they're going with the weapon imbues and stuff, but at least at level 13 it was kind of, the numbers were just low, you know, it was underwhelming. And from what I saw, looking through the wiki at the spells that they get later on, it doesn't look like it ever. It honestly looks like it gets worse, if anything. Like the amount of damage you're doing relative to the mob's total health looks like it just keeps going down and down. But I played the Adrelon online open test that they had at the first of the month, and I played a War Wizard on there, and that was exactly what I was wanting the Spellblade to be. So I hope they kind of copy their homework on that. I would not be upset at all. Yeah, I'd been hearing about it for a long time. People like whenever anyone was talking about like upcoming games and stuff, but the voxel graphics and everything, I didn't think it would be for me. But then they had their open tests, and there was nothing else going on at the time. There was no other, games going on at the time really that I was into, and I wound up playing it, and that game is fucking awesome. I'm super on board with it now. Definitely, the game itself is more than good enough to override the art style. And honestly, the art style kind of grew on me because the animation was really good. So I'm still, I mean, obviously it's boxes, blocks. I'm not a Minecraft guy. I'm not really into that. I'm not into any of those games. Um, so it was kind of jarring, but they animated it really well and they were very creative with how they used it. And I thought they did a really good job. Especially the ogres. The ogres over on Agilon Online. I kind of like them more than these. Mainly, my only issue with these is they look like aliens. I wanted EQ ogres, just big old fat guys with big heads and bald heads, classic ogre. I still like these. Obviously, I'm playing it, but yeah. Anyway, the animations were very good, so I got really surprised by how much I liked it. Checking out streams, yeah. Did you opt into PvP? Odds are way better. You just gotta put up with some bullshit. It's not too bad. Once you get through the early levels, it's not really bad. Watch me get ganked right now as I'm saying that. Yeah, well, you gotta understand the player base for this game, like the target audience, they have a very visceral reaction to even the mention of PvP. Like if you just say those letters in that order in the Discord, people start like foaming at the mouth and getting visibly pissed off at you just for mentioning that it's a concept that exists. It's the strangest thing. And yeah, I mean, there's a few douchebags on the server, but I think there's four. There's four douchebags on the server, and all of them are level 6. So as soon as you're level, 10, 11, you're pretty much good. Honestly, as long as you don't hang out at Westgate, you're pretty much good. They rarely come up here, and they almost never go out further. I've never seen them go out further. I've just heard of a few people having issues. But I understand why people wouldn't like it, because it can be annoying. I came up on a PvP server, though, so I'm used to it. I gotta find that knife where you can cut up cloth armor with it. Ooh, you got some gloves. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. Okay, yes, I did it in the reverse. I started playing WoW like right before, probably like 3 months before Burning Crusade originally came out. And then I wound up going to EverQuest in like 2012, I think. Why is this so tiny? Why is it smaller than a pouch? Oh, you can hold big stuff though, which is cool. No, not at all. I really like. I'm not a person. Like you'll never hear me complain about graphics from a What's the way to put it? From like a fidelity perspective, I don't care about. I don't need everything to be like Unreal 5 photorealistic. It doesn't matter to me. I'm much rather play a game that looks like. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I was playing Ravenloft from 1994, the dungeon crawler from '94. Created a few jackal hides and like 10. Oh, sweet. I have to kill some jackals, get a backpack. But yeah, like my brother is 10 years older than me, and he played EverQuest from the time it came out. And I remember sitting and like just sitting behind him, watching him play EverQuest for hours. And so once WoW had Cataclysm come out, and oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to go in biz. Once WoW had Cataclysm come out and it went to shit, I didn't have it. I quit, and I didn't have an MMO, and I was trying to think of something to play. And I had a random memory, like just a image in my head that popped up of him in first person following his friend who was a dwarf, and they were running through Velius somewhere. So it was, it was the image of them running over like snowy hills and stuff, and I was like, oh, dude, I wonder what's going on with EverQuest. It was like 2012. So I played live EQ for all of maybe a couple hours, maybe not even an hour. Tried it for a while and was like, there's nobody here. This sucks. And I asked around, is there any server where people are still playing like the old zones and stuff? And they told me about Project 99. So I went there. I saw they had a PvP server. PvP was my favorite thing to do in WoW. So I started on that. And ended up playing there for like 6 years, I think. Yeah, 2018, something like that. 2017, maybe. Oh, really? That's crazy. If you like classic EQ, figured everybody had went through P99. I don't know when you had tried it, but I'm pretty sure they got it to have a pretty simple installer. Not too sure. Long time ago. Yeah, I remember at first you had to like go in and remove certain files and replace them with other files and all that, and I could see that being confusing, but I think eventually they got it to where you just had an installer, or maybe it was just a folder you just move and it was all done for you. Yeah, I tried a couple of the TLPs. I was on Oakwind. I tried that one. It was okay. Uh, I did not like the RMT that went on, and it seemed like once you got to a certain level, it was like all the good camps for gear and stuff were all camped by people that were just wanting to sell it for chrono, and that just put a bad taste in my mouth, I guess. I don't like that shit. It ruins games. And the fact they literally did nothing. Like, I never saw anyone, I mean, they basically encourage it, because they allow the trading of it, but it's like, yeah, I don't really support Daybreak Games because they bought this IP that meant a lot to a lot of people, and they just exploited it and squeezed every dime they could, selling XP potions and all, like making inconveniences to sell you the solution. I can't stand that shit. Yeah, it was past a certain level, especially. It was like you couldn't get any of the big, like if you wanted a fungi tunic or any of the big classic items, a mana stone when they're around. It was all on camp, and it was some dude boxing like 5 characters or 6 characters or whatever. Oh, I bet the guy with the knife he's probably a cloth vendor or something. Cloth armor, maybe. Yeah, that was Mischief that had the random loot. The which they should have done. Oakwind, I think Oakwind's main thing was that it was supposed to be a no box server, but people boxed on it anyway. It was not as easy to box, I guess, but people were still using macro quest and all that shit, so. Alright, gotta find. They need a toggle, like one of these little toggles right here, where it can just show you the stuff that she sells naturally. Seam Ripper. I think that's it. I can start turning these cloth armor pieces into some bandages. Literally just said it. I can't remember if it was 150 or 160. Oh, 150. Oh well. Alright, now how do I use this thing? Is there skill associated with it? Maybe I need to train. Put Ripper in Taylor. Oh, I gotta get a Taylor kit. Alright, let's see how much that is. So you gotta hide this backpack somehow. Yeah, it was all bugged. Tailoring kits. Why do I need a tailoring kit? Just to cut stuff up? Ah, okay, I see. I see now. Leather items. Oh, you can do it with leather too? Okay. It's good to know. Yeah, I just wanted cloth so I could uh, make bandages out of them. I gotta do my class quest actually. I haven't even started. fire beetle gland, 2 bone chips, and moon dew moths. Old well. Let's see. I don't know where wells are. Guess I gotta go exploring. Man, that the ogre's increased hunger is no joke. Playing on my human, I might have been able to do the force feed thing for like two pieces of food maybe. This ogre will eat like 8 of them like it's nothing. Okay. Well, I guess I will get the fire beetle pieces real quick. Hey, thank you, Dead Poets. I appreciate that. Man, I've gotten a lot of these too and just thrown them away. I wasn't really paying attention to the questing. These things are all over. I'm just gonna go out here. Oh, well, that's not good. Yeah, and you always gotta check who's in the zone. There's one dude, his name's like Caracos or something like that. He was attacking my friend earlier, so if I see him, I might have to get him back. Which would be good, because I'm kind of curious if blind will even land in PvP. So I'm not sure if they set it up like EQ was, where spells like that were very easily resisted if you had any resist at all. Because if not, PvP is going to be pretty crazy with all the like mez and all that stuff. Ooh, man. Yeah, everybody. It's happened a few times today that people I was grouped with underestimated the madmen. I tried to tell them that it's really just not worth it, even if they're dark blue and you think it's going to be easy. Even if you win, it's still not worth it. Ooh, nice. Of course, now that I've gotten all the scarab armor pieces for this guy, now everyone I'm killing is giving me the shells. Whereas before, it was like once every 10 scarabs I would get a shell. Yeah, it's always how it goes. I'm still gonna need them for alts and stuff though, so I'll still be killing them for a while. I don't know why I was conning Fire Beetle. That's how you know I'm getting tired. It's level 2, like every other Fire Beetle. Do the trees just spawn like that with neatly stacked logs in front of them? Alright, thanks for hanging out, man. It's good talking to you. Have a good night. Man, that landscape just looks so cool. Makes you just want to go exploring. They need to tighten up the monsters' auto attack range or their reach, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. Look how far out he was hitting me. Forgot to put regen on myself. There we go. Ooh. Need to level up my piercing. Oh, yeah, okay. So killing these jackals, trying to get the hides for that quest. Ooh, yeah. Hey, update. Mhm. Why aren't there any fire beetles? What's going on? Since when the fuck are there not any fire beetles, dude? There's always fire beetles everywhere. Jeez. Nope. I'm gonna kill a few more, but then I'm gonna have to walk because I'm gonna get sleepy. I've been starting. I've been sleeping. Really curious what is over there. I wonder if that zone's in the game. They really did a good job with the distant scenery. It reminds me of the artwork from the original EverQuest artwork on the original box for the base game. Who was it that did that? Keith Parkinson. That's who it was. It was a Keith Parkinson painting. He did the artwork for several EQ expansions, the base game, and he also did like Diablo, I want to say, and some other stuff maybe. But he always just, the landscapes he would draw were so cool. They had like he was like the best at 90s high fantasy, like that. Whenever you look at any of his art for, oh, he did the Summoner too for PlayStation, and I think it was on PC, but the game, the Summoner, which was one that I played as a kid. But anyway, yeah, all of his art was just quintessential, like 90s high fantasy. It was a perfect representation. Wow, really, what is going on? Curious if I'll be able to solo this. Man. I don't even know what the actual light stones are used for. I just people keep acting like they want them, so I'm assuming that they work like a fire beetle eye, but maybe they'll have a longer duration. I don't know. Oh fuck. Oh man, I thought I had the jackpot with the fire beetles, but that's all cinder harvesters. Those will destroy me. Dude, there's really no fire. I'm gonna go back to Night Harbor and see. What is that about? I'm just gonna see if there's any. Come on. Hmm. Ooh, oh, wait, I wonder if it's a no drop item. Because if it's not, it might be someone might have sold it to this guy. Nice. There's a well. We gotta use the mud commands. Well, it said it needs to be damp, and I think it says dry. What fucking wells am I gonna have to go see? Hmm. Alright, guys. I gotta get off for the night. I'll figure this out some other time. Appreciate